Hello, I'm Gaurav, and you are at the right place to know more about electric vehicle charging opportunity. If you're new to this channel, I'm so glad you're here. My name is Gaurav, and I simplify interesting topics. So if this interests you, consider subscribing to new content on my channel and ring the bell to get notified when new videos post up. So today's video is about the buzz of electric vehicle charging stations opportunity. So we know how daunting it is, as it's fairly in a new direction, but electric vehicle is a buzz for some time. To understand this complex scenario of electric vehicle charging opportunity, let me simplify it for you. That's the take in this video. Let's get going by putting up a simple data to start with. India will have about say 5 crore electric vehicles by 2030, of which two-wheelers alone will account for 70% of total EV sales by then, as a lot of projection government studies have suggested. The main agenda for this video that in order to support this humongous growth, India will need, say, 20 lakh charging stations by then. Currently, the number of charging stations are too less, of the order of, say, 32 electric vehicles per charging stations in India. A lot of agencies suggest that to take drastic steps to undertake all the installations of charging stations in India to overcome the chicken and egg problem of electric vehicle sector, charging stations versus the machines. In addition to the battery and battery source material, which I take up in another video of mine. However, the target for 2030 seems achievable, considering that establishing 5 lakh charging stations is already in pipeline by various charge point operators as well as the oil marketing companies. Those who have a supply chain resources laid out in length and breadth of a country. In addition to various center and state-led initiatives with the private players. The main interplay, we believe, is small-scale industries have a great potential here. India's electric vehicle market currently has, say, limited capabilities for fast charging the electric vehicles. The public charging points are slow. However, going forward, public charging has to be fast, complemented by the AC charging that has the capacity from say 3 to 22 kilowatt at workplaces, shopping malls, and restaurants will be needed to support the whole charging infrastructure in India. This is massive steps are needed to be undertaken for installation of charging stations in India. The problem which I think the EV are facing today, all the homes, workplaces, parking places should have a mandate to have a percentage of overall parking space as EV ready. That is in the pipeline, but we need to speed it up. Even petrol pumps need to be mandated to have at least one or two charging stations in premises, as they have done with CNG dispensers. Considering that electric vehicle charging is not a 5-minute job. Setting up a charging station being a very capital intensive exercise with no immediate returns requires financial assistance. Hence, a fund should be created specifically for charging infrastructure to have a lower initial capex cost, setting up the business and cover the associated risk. One such instrument is viability gap funding capable of reducing the overall cost of operations of that particular business. Hence, now I come to a suggestion which we have that is in line to a few mentioned earlier. The railway stations. Major railway stations are going to install the electric vehicle charging points in say next years. That stations can be like set up through a budgetary grant with the zonal railway owning the stations. There is a news also in this aspect that Indian Railways will install electric vehicle charging stations at all major stations in the country in say next 3 years under a new policy of promoting e-mobility. This be taken up in say phase manner. Are you with me with this, right? We have seen major railway stations going solar for their own consumption. This EV charging at railway premises be aimed at significantly curtailing the use of standard fuels such as petrol, diesel, engine vehicles for their own use, that's Indian Railways internal use, as the part of this endeavor to be net zero carbon emitter by 2030, as I mentioned in one of my previous videos also. Again, we feel affordable and accessible charging infrastructure at railway stations at smaller towns could be very beneficial, because then the adoption of EV would be faster since their travel is limited. We should be also aiming for this. So these were a few basics of what you can do in electric vehicle space of charging infrastructure. Be sure to like and subscribe my channel for updates to this topic plus host of other topics. Also, do let me know your thoughts in comments below, and thank you for following this video till the end. Bye bye.